Hi folks, good morning. Eric here. I want to talk to you about two of my absolute most favorite words I hear in the workplace that make me giddy when I hear them. By the end of this, I'm going to make you feel the same way. I need no more than 3 minutes of your time. Let's start the clock. Now the two magic words aren't salary, compensation, bonus, equity, or anything fun like that. I'm sorry to disappoint you. They are accountability and responsibility. Don't click off. Wait. I'll make this worth your while, I swear. Accountability is the scenario where if you're the person that's accountable, you get rewarded when it goes well and punished if it goes poorly. That's very different than responsibility, which is where you get rewarded if it goes well and you kind of get a bye if it goes poorly. Now, here's what I am really giddy about with these words. You can, to a certain extent, predict the future of someone's effort and the outcome of the work and how it impacts you by just the language that they use, especially if they're an informed person. Now, there are three permutations of how this plays out in the workplace. One, if you're the responsible party, you're the person in the trenches just doing the work. If something goes well, you get the rewards, you get the accolades. If it goes poorly, you kind of get a bye. You were just following orders. If you're the middle layer, where you are accountable and responsible, you have a fair bit of autonomy in the work that you're doing and how it shows up, the look and the feel and so forth. You control your own future and destiny by your own actions. That's a great spot to be in. The third permutation is the absolute hardest for our people, especially for the new managers, where you might be accountable for the outcome, but have no hand in actually doing the work. You're not responsible, you're just accountable. You're just the decider. Let me give you a good example. President Truman had on his desk a sign that said, "The buck stops here." In his mind, he was the ultimate decider. He had to take all of that ownership of those realities. Let me give you a better statement in modern language. Rolls uphill. If you hear a leader talk about being responsible for a difficult decision, you know that they are already framing their own actions as a buy. Even though they might be the decider, they're setting you up and themselves up to more or less kick the can. They know they're not going to get punished if it goes poorly, even though they might not be the one doing the work. And a few quick tips because we're almost out of time. One, if you're someone who prides themselves in holding them to a very high standard, who's very much a responsible person, understand that your accountability mindset is going to cause you grief if you're trying to convince people of what the right thing to do is, and they do not want to listen to you. You're going to be pushing that boulder up the hill a lot, and eventually it might crush you. Be prepared. Two, if there's more than one person who's identified to be a responsible party for a given piece of work, it is on you to keep dividing that work down until there's only one person for one piece of work. Barring that, there's going to be a lot of finger pointing going on. Three, if you're a leader and you're accountable, do your best to make sure there's only one accountable person to make a decision. If you add a lot of people who are deciders, true deciders, not consulted people, you're going to cause a lot of grief for all the people who are doing work for you. That's it, folks. Told you we'd be there in 3 minutes. Have a great day.